Hello,
Hi.
hello! Welcome back to the Gay Racing Podcast. Rare edition of We're in the Same Place.
Yes.
This is so exciting. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
To celebrate the new year, we asked you guys for questions, and you guys did not disappoint.
Good questions, guys.
They were not AI generated, despite my fears. They're really good. No, they are really good, though. Like, there are some that we're really going to have to think about today. So that's what this episode's all about. To get, in case you guys missed us, we've been taking a break since, racing off season. So we have questions from a bunch of different places. We're going to start with, I believe some people texted Alex their questions. They were like, your inner circle.
In my DMs.
I know, they got into his DMs.
Slid in my DMs.
So let's pull up our first set of questions. So this is from our good friend Tanner. Any Mario Kart fans in the house? Oh, this is not split correctly. There we go.
Yeah, you got our faces up there.
Our favorite Mario Kart 8 tracks. Now, Tanner's asking for our favorite 16. And last time I checked,
we ain't got time.
We ain't got time for that. We're gonna knock off some of our favorite Mario Kart tracks. Cheeseland is one of my favorites because I played the Game Boy Mario Kart when I was a young kid. So that, honestly, any of the tracks from the Game Boy game. What about you, Alex?
Yoshi Circuit. That is
Yoshi Circuit,
the best in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think it is a just pristine track. It feels like an actual race course. I could see Formula One race in there or something. I love it.
And you're busy too. Like some Mario Kart tracks, you're on the straightaway too long.
And you always got to be doing something.
You need to be drifting.
That shortcut, the water fountain.
Yeah.
Water fountain.
The waterfall.
Waterfall shortcut. Love it.
Yeah. That's very fun.
Another one I really like is Yoshi's Island. That's in the DLC.
You just like Yoshi, apparently.
Yeah.
Yoshi's I like all the circuit tracks that are inspired off a real racetrack. And I really wanted them to put Monaco in Mario Kart 8 because they kept doing cities, famous cities around the world. I'm like, dude, Monaco. They have Singapore Speedway.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Not in Mario Kart 8, but Toad's Factory. Love her.
That's a good track. So those are some of our favorites. Yeah. Half of them aren't even in Mario Kart 8 that we mentioned, I feel like.
Yeah.
My tab thing. There we are. All right. So last DM question. So what is one random fact about yourself that you've never mentioned on the podcast before? Bonus points if it's something that your podcast partner also doesn't know. I've been thinking about this and I still don't really have an answer because I feel like me and Alex tell each other everything.
Yeah. Zach knows more about me than literally anyone.
Yes, concerningly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of something from my childhood that I just haven't told you yet. I don't know. I'm really good at math, right?
Yeah. I
got a perfect score on one of my the state test in 8th grade.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Sure,
that counts.
I guess.
Scandalous.
I was really smart. I'm really good at math.
What happened?
Oh, what's your secret? That you're mean?
Yeah. I think you already knew that though. But for the podcast listeners, I don't know what to tell y'all either because I'm just what do I say?
I think I know. I don't think y'all know that I'm a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Except some of y'all that shouldn't be here. Some of y'all that shouldn't be here. My kids stalk me. It's unfortunate. I'm a teacher. I ain't telling you anything else though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something that I could tell the podcast viewers.
You're gay?
Yeah, I'm gay. Fun fact. You guys know that? I don't think you guys knew that.
I knew that. Jesus.
I wasn't a Penske fan until Joseph Newgarden went to Penske.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I didn't think about that.
I feel like people think of me as a Penske guy. I hated Joey Logano. I hated Brad Keselowski 2014.
That's true.
But then...
Yeah, because you like Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
So you hated Brad Keselowski.
I was a Hendrick boy. as a kid.
I was a Hendrick boy growing up.
But I did not like Joseph. I did not like Penske until Joseph went there. And then Blaney went over around the same time.
Yeah.
So
my sister, she didn't really like NASCAR, but she was a Bobby Labonte fan. That's a little fun fact. Yeah, my dad liked Yates and Ford, and growing up I liked Dale Jr. and then Hendrick because he went there.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good question. I wish I had something more juicy to share though.
Yeah, I don't really think I have anything juicy to share.
So on YouTube, can I maximize this? I guess not.
Nah.
Well,
Oh well.
you guys can kind of see it. It's from is it Jilly Max 289?
Yep.
I believe. So 2 questions here. Number 1, what song would you pick as your driver intro? And oh god, it's a Nicki Minaj song. I forgot what it's called. You go first. I gotta look it up.
I think I would go currently with like Navigating by 21 Pilots. You like that song too.
I do like that song.
I think that's probably my favorite song right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one I would go with.
Yeah.
I was a big 21 Pilots fan in like middle school and high school. That's another fun fact you guys don't know, I guess. That's a big one for me.
God, I forgot what that Nicki Minaj song was called. Is it called Barb or something? There's this one Nicki Minaj song. I'm on Spotify going through this is Nicki Minaj. Oh my gosh. When I see it, I'll know it. I listened to it in my car when I got my car the first time. I don't remember it. Damn.
But
Chun-Li. Chun-Li. That's it. Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. That's my intro. Oh my gosh.
I will also say I would also go for Decode by Paramore.
Mm-hmm.
That would go hard.
I like
Bristol, dude.
I like Chun-Li because it's like it feels like I'm not supposed to be here, but I am here and you're gonna have to deal with it. It's that kind of song, which I feel like is if I'm in a NASCAR race, that's the kind of song I need. So.
And then the other question from Julie Max 289 is I don't know if you've ever seen Wicked.
Oh, I have.
We have. But in your opinion, which drivers from IndyCar and
so I was trying to think of NASCAR drivers that used to hate each other, but now they're friendly. Who are they? I feel like I know it's happened, but I can't remember who they are.
Kyle Busch and Joey Logano, kinda, right?
Maybe it's Kyle Busch and like
someone.
Oh my god. It's not Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon. It's like
no.
Maybe it's me and Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick?
Maybe.
They became friends.
True. I don't know. When I think of Glinda, I think of Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah. I think Joseph could be both because before all the controversy last year, Joseph was really kind of seen by a lot of people didn't like him as kind of fake.
Yeah.
So that could be like a Glinda angle. But now after last year, Joseph could also be Elphaba because like I think he's wrongfully being hated. So
is it Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin? I don't know because they're supposed to be friends, but it's complicated. Right. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
I love this question.
It's a really good question. I just don't, and I wish I had a better answer because I don't know. There were 2 NASCAR drivers who hated each other. Now they're like teammates or something. Is it Joey Logano and
is it Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott? Remember when everyone thought they were gonna hate each other?
No, it's not them. That's a really good question. Who's like an outsider? Because Elphaba was like an outsider because she's green.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's a great question. No, I think I'll go Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson.
I think Joseph could be both. And he would eat it up if he played the role.
Joseph could be if Joseph Glinda, who's Alpha, or Joseph's Elphaba, who's Glinda. Scotty? Scotty?
The Bus Bros.
The Bus Bros? Wait, the Bus Bros. Yeah. Actually? Yeah. Oh my gosh, because there's like T around that. Okay.
I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good answer, Alex. That makes me feel good about answering that question. Okay. Good. All right. So now we're moving on to Blue Sky. If you're not on Blue Sky, please get on there.
Yes. Most of our questions are from Blue Sky. And we have some really good questions. So first up,
let's go Troy's question first. What music has GRP been vibing out to over the holiday period?
Magdalena Bay. That has been an incredible artist I discovered later half of this year. So good. I was just playing Zack the album while we were setting all this stuff up. Nice. Yeah. It's really good.
I listened to the Hamilton soundtrack again.
Oh, did you?
Guy. Yeah, I was going through. I don't know why. I was just in the mood for it. I don't think there's a single artist that I've really been listening to lately. Well, let me open my Spotify again. I don't think like what? Maybe I started listening to 21 Pilots a little bit.
I played him the whole new album when we were in Indy together.
Yeah, Hamilton, the Hamilton soundtrack. That's what I've been listening to. I don't know why. Nice. I just get in the mood for it every now and then. Next question from Polly Oliveri. That's a fun name. Do you think Alex, I can't read this.
Do you think fish ask what in God's blue earth? I think they do. And they'd be more factually correct.
Why are they asking us and not asking a fish?
maybe you're a fish.
Ask a fish. I don't know. What on God's blue Earth? Well, Earth is mostly blue.
It's mostly blue. So I think the fish would be factually
God's
correct.
green Earth? There's not a lot of green out there.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now all these NASCAR races happening and all that. From our good friend Lilith, favorite Eric Jones paint scheme.
So I read this to you, right, as Lilith sent this
what did
post
I mention?
in, and you said the GameStop schemes.
Cards. Oh my God.
I missed those.
I forgot. I didn't look for a particular one though. I forgot. We didn't do our research apparently. But he had a bunch of GameStop schemes.
Yes.
He didn't have the Mario ones that were really fun.
That was Logano. Logano had a Mario Galaxy one.
Oh, a Nerf paint scheme.
Ooh.
This Nerf paint scheme, I don't know if y'all can see it, but this Nerf paint scheme is really cool.
Oh yeah. I like
really
that
cool.
one.
Let's see. I don't remember any other GameStop card. Yeah, because he had Call of Duty and some
We're gay. We don't
Lego game and Turtle Beach. This Turtle Beach is
they make headphones.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't get that one out.
Definitely his Xfinity cars. I think
probably
a lot of those hit.
Those stuck with me. His 5-hour energy one from when he ran the 77 and Cup was cool. I can't think of any of his Cup ones from the 20 car that stick out to me though. And it's his legacy schemes. I mean, I don't know. There's probably something I'm forgetting, but they haven't really stuck out with me either.
Yeah.
So yeah, wish I had a better answer, but definitely the GameStop cars. Any GameStop car, I'm gonna like.
Me too.
Yeah.
This one is from Chris Sippy. Is there a big enough group of followers to get a Discord going and maybe an iRacing league? I love to race regularly with folks without hearing the occasional slur.
That's a fair request.
And as you can see, I responded saying I can't promise Zack won't say a slur that he's allowed to say.
Well, stuff slips out. Y'all know my favorite driver. That was not a funny joke. Anyways,
Jesus.
I think not that kind of slur. Obviously, that's a joke.
He's kidding, guys. He's kidding.
So let's ask the audience because I use Discord. I'm not the most active on it, and I'm very active in iRacing. And I've had dreams about starting an iRacing league. Something small. I'm almost thinking about during Pride Month, a 4-week little thing during Pride Month, right? So it's something small.
And it's in summer, you could do it.
Yeah. When it's in summer and I have time to do it. So I love the idea of doing it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but since there's interest and if there's anyone else interested, leave us a comment so that I know people are interested. Because if people are interested, I'll be more motivated to do it.
He's on an iRacing detox right now, visiting me.
I know.
And so he's very into iRacing right now, Zack is.
Yeah. It's just great. It's a great way to
and just a Discord in general would be kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Just to have a place for everyone.
Have our community. Because our community, I mean, we're getting questions from 4 different places. So our community is kind of spread out. So maybe a Discord would be good. But I don't know if everyone, because that's also kind of a gamer thing.
Right.
So
yeah.
Could be interesting to
we'll keep that in mind.
Start and check out.
From Colton Ray Davis, first memory related to racing for y'all.
Wow. This is a deep one. I remember just playing in my living room when I was a kid, and my dad was watching NASCAR, and I remember seeing Jeff Gordon's car. It's the DuPont, his flames.
Mm-hmm.
I might have had that toy too, but that's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's my first, I barely had consciousness. That's my first.
So I know I was watching races at this point, but my earliest memory that I vividly remember is I was in my childhood house looking across the street, and my neighbor had his hobby stock out in his front yard, and he had M&Ms on it, similar to Elliott Sadler's cars at the time, or maybe Ken Schrader's car, but had M&Ms on it. And my grandma took me over. We introduced ourselves. They're still family friends to this day.
Oh, that's cute.
I got to sit in the car, and my entire childhood into my teen years, we watched him race at the local dirt tracks every week. And I think I was already watching racing, but at that point, that's what really hooked me in. Just from there on.
That's really sweet. You still know them today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. I'll move this over. There we go. All right. That was a cute question. Yeah, I just remember watching, because my dad's why I'm into NASCAR. So definitely him watching it's why. I also remember watching a qualifying session at Homestead, and I think Casey Kane won the pole.
Oh, hell yeah. Casey Kane.
Yeah. It might have been 2006. But that definitely wasn't my first memory.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Red
Jules. So Jules asks, if we can attend any 3 races in 2025, where would you go? Any series? Yep. Great question. Does this include the Indy 500? Because
So we are doing the Indy 500. Spoilers for the future question.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we should do besides the Indy 500.
Okay.
So
Rolex,
yeah. Rolex 24. I would love to go to the Rolex.
We were talking about doing the Rolex, but then Joseph won and Larson's doing the double again.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, we're doing Indy again.
Let's just do Indy.
So yeah, the Rolex is definitely on our list.
Yeah. Rolex is definitely my number 1 race to go to. In terms of like NASCAR races, is there a NASCAR race I really want to go to? I've always talked about like going to Martinsville and Bristol because it's not that far away from me. But
yeah,
like, girl, I don't know.
I want to go to the Southern 500 someday.
I don't care to go to the Southern 500 for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why. I want to go to Daytona for a NASCAR race.
Mm-hmm.
If they still had the one in July, I definitely want to go to that one. But
yeah.
Let's see. I want to go. Is there any IndyCar races? I thought about, speaking of IMSA, I thought about maybe traveling to Virginia International Raceway to see the GT challenge there, like their GT only race. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So is that 2 technically? I'm really bad at answering questions with a straight answer.
And then my third one, I would say, is the Iowa Cup race. I don't think I'm going to go. Just because Blaney won last year, and I've been to Iowa several times. I didn't go to last year's race. I think going to that would be kind of fun, but
that would be kind of fun.
It's expensive.
Those
tickets are a lot.
Yeah. If I could attend any 3, this could also, I'm being too realistic about it. Like if I had like all the money in the world all the time.
Would you go like to Europe, overseas?
I don't know. Do I care about any Formula 1 races really? I mean, not really.
No.
Like
we're not the channel for F1.
I don't even care to go to Monaco. So
no.
Probably the Rolex. Petit. I'm just gonna say IMSA races.
Oh, Petit Le Mans.
Petit Le Mans sounds chill. And maybe the Brickyard 400 would be kind of cool, even though the racing wouldn't be that amazing. It would be kind of cool to see a stock car race there, I guess. But I don't know. There's not a lot of I guess the Southern 500 would be cool to go to. Yeah.
See, I feel like the 600, by the way, I wouldn't want to go to that. Just because I know the Indy 500's happening the same day.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't want to miss anything with Indy.
And then like, I don't know, the whole USA stuff. I don't know if I really want to just hang around for that.
Yeah.
My troops. If you had the opportunity to race in any series in real life, which one would you choose and why? I'm not doing IndyCar because I'm scared. I'm scared.
I would do like a ride-along thing, like have Mario Andretti up front.
Sure.
Even better, have Joseph up front. I trust him.
Yeah.
Like you know.
I would probably do, and iRacing helps me answer this question. I would probably do either something NASCAR or something sports car related. That's like a GT car, like a GT4, GT3 car. Like put me in that GT3 Mustang and I'll get y'all some wins. I don't know. NASCAR, I would not do the Cup car. I do not want to drive the Cup car. Doing like a truck race or an Xfinity race or like, no, I'm not doing ARCA. Xfinity or trucks, that'd be fun. But yeah, so either like NASCAR, Xfinity or trucks or like GT3, GT4 sports car racing or the Mazdas, the MX-5 Cup. Actually, that sounds fun.
That would be fun.
That's fun in iRacing.
I think for me, it'd be really cool to say like, oh my gosh, I got to race in a NASCAR Cup race. I think that'd be a really cool thing to just be able to say.
That sounds like a waste of 4 hours to me. But
waste of 4. We do it. We watch it every weekend.
That's like a free concussion waiting to happen. Jesus. That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one on Blue Sky.
Last one. How do you see Bubba and his new crew chief, and what do you expect to see out of 2311? Who's his new crew chief?
I don't know. I know they don't have a Booty Barker.
Isn't it? I forgot who it was. Hold on.
I do think they needed to make a change, though, in the crew chief department. I'm glad they're finally doing that. They need to do something with the 23.
Bubba's been running good. It's just, I think closing out races has been a bit of a problem. Charles Dinicky, wasn't he? He did something really. He was the crew chief for Christian Eckes.
Okay.
Didn't he do something like not in NASCAR?
I don't know, but I think that's a positive move. Do we think Bubba will get a win next year?
Probably. I mean,
he needs to.
He probably could have gotten a win. Wasn't he really close to? Not really. He didn't really get like close to winning in 2024, did he?
No, he was a lot closer the year before, like at Texas, and he was really
Michigan.
good at
He had a really
pass.
fast car. I mean, he has the speed to do it. I just think there's little things that 23
the pit
team
crew.
Bubba, their pit crew was taking them out of
calls the crew chief makes.
I think that their little stretch in the spring where they couldn't finish races that took them out of the playoffs. I think.
And for 23-11 as a whole, I think you're going to see Tyler Reddick keep getting better. I mean, despite the whole legal drama going on, it sounds like they're going to be able to run with charters next year as it stands right now. I think Reddick's just going to keep getting better. It wouldn't surprise me if he made the championship.
Like at Homestead, Bubba ran up front, and then they just couldn't finish the race strong. So I think a crew chief could be a big part in helping that because you got to keep up with adjustments on the car and keep track position. So that should help. Any unexpected broke the internet happening that we could see in 2025? Well, if they change the playoff format before the season, that's the one. And I think it's more likely than it ever has been because they're actually talking about doing it. Yeah. And hopefully it does happen. But I feel like they're going to be stuck in the middle where it's not really going to be pleasing anybody. It's not going to please the people that like the playoffs, and it's not going to please the people that don't like the playoffs. So that's what I'm kind of worried about.
I could see Denny Hamlin retiring. I don't know if it's break the internet, but like for the NASCAR circle, that could be pretty big.
I feel like Denny's still got that dog in him though for a few years. Kyle Busch, I could see retiring.
That'd be big. I think does Kyle Busch's contract end? I think it does after this year.
It might. Yeah.
All right. On to X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
This app is called.
I don't use this app anymore.
Y'all need to go to Blue Sky because I go on Blue Sky and I'm like, where is everybody? I miss you guys. Well, not all of you guys, but I miss some of you guys. So this is from our good friend Avery Hage. Who is a driver that you think will surprise us in 2025? As in, they will be better than expected. It can be any series. Oh, this is a really good question. Who's new in IndyCar, or who's like? This is really hard.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in IndyCar that I expect a lot out of? Not really. I mean,
not really. No.
NASCAR.
I will say David Malukas might do really big things at Foyt.
Yeah, I was thinking about him.
That could be huge, especially at the Indy 500.
That's true.
If they are as strong as they have been. That team, Foyt did lose Michael Cannon, who was building a lot of their setups for Indy. Mm-hmm. So that might change things there. A driver that this isn't a surprise, but I think Connor Zilic is going to be like amazing in Xfinity.
Oh,
that's probably expected though, not a surprise.
Yeah. I'm thinking right now about Carson Hocevar and Ty Gibbs in the Cup Series in terms of they could have breakout seasons in the Cup Series.
Ty Gibbs is getting close to start 100.
He's got it, and he's going to win this year. I mean, we thought he was going to win last year. I think he's definitely getting that win this year. And I feel like now JGR had a bit of an off year last year, so that's my only concern. But it's a new year. Things change. I think Ty Gibbs could be one of the favorites, kind of like Christopher Bell was last year. And Carson Hocevar showed Spire in general. I know Avery's asking for drivers, but Spire in general with what they have Justin Haley again. Yeah, they have Justin Haley and Michael McDowell now.
Oh yeah, Michael McDowell.
They could do they could win serious races in 2025.
Something I will be watching on the IndyCar side is Alexander Rossi at Ed Carpenter Racing. If he does not perform there, I think his career in IndyCar is done.
I thought you were saying expect him to do big things.
No,
I'm not expecting much.
He didn't do anything at McLaren. He had a good start at Andretti, then it went downhill. I think if Rossi doesn't do good at Carpenter, he's out. Rinus VeeKay did not get a ride, and I feel like he might end up at Coyne. So there's a lot of interesting silly season things going on at IndyCar, and I think Rossi's probably the biggest one to follow over there.
Yeah. Good answers.
Brooke.
It's from Brooke. And this is a really interesting question because I don't know. Has Penske actually mastered the playoffs, or was Logano just particularly lucky this year? Can we expect Cindric to step up next year too? I mean, is it luck? They had good circumstances and they made the most of it.
Yep.
Joey Logano. And did they have fast cars at Phoenix? Yes. Yeah. Did they have fast cars really in the late part of the year? I mean, yeah. They won 3 of the last 4 races. Penske did. So technically, yes. I think, and the thing with NASCAR, because it's, again, the cars are so close, it's a spec series now.
And Penske has that experience in IndyCar with the spec series. I don't know how much that impacts things, but it could be like an experience thing.
I think it comes down to the human element. And obviously, whatever's going on at Penske in terms of the human motivation in these playoffs, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working well, because it can't just be, you can't get lucky this many years in a row. 3 years, they have won all of the next gen championships. I don't think you can do that on luck. Yeah. And then you saw, again, Blaney and Logano, who both won the previous 2 championships, fighting for this 3rd championship. There's no way it's luck. There's definitely, they have mastered whatever kind of human element or mechanical element that it takes. It's just because it's the playoffs, you can't really quantify it.
Yeah.
You can't really pick out what they're doing right.
I think for Brooke's question, the answer is yes to both. Has Penske mastered the playoffs, and is Logano lucky? Logano is crazy lucky.
Yes, he is crazy
all
lucky.
The cautions at Nashville, that's how he got into the playoffs initially.
Yeah.
And he was kind of having a mediocre season, but at the same time, he gets into the playoffs and he performs at the right time, and he wins Phoenix. And the Penske, their strong suit were the tracks like Phoenix.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I think the answer is yes and yes to both of those. As for Austin Cindric, he was better. He was better this year in 24.
I mean, he was threatening to make, if that Talladega wreck didn't happen, I think
he was going to make the round of 8.
Exactly. I think
he had a really good playoffs. I think
that's really important, because he's actually in the conversation, which is exactly what he needs to be doing. So
yep.
He can only get better from here. I think Penske's one of the strongest teams in NASCAR for that fact. I just hate that's how we talk about the champion. Oh, they got lucky and he performed at the right time. I don't think that's what the conversation around the champions would be. That's a different conversation, though. So I'm going to shut up. But good question, Brooke. Penske team. I'm wearing a Penske Porsche Motorsport shirt.
You are?
Yeah. Go to race day meal, both at the track and when you're at home. Not going to lie, at the track food sucks.
Kansas Speedway chicken strips slap, though.
Well, I haven't been to Kansas.
Well, that's your fault.
Richmond, it is. Richmond Raceway chicken strips are not good.
Oh, really?
And their fries suck.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Drama.
Like, they be going to Food Line or whatever grocery store, and they get a frozen bag of fries, and they put them in a microwave for 5 minutes, and like, there you go. That'll be $20.
They are expensive at the track.
And they're awful. Like, I have not had a lot of good racetrack food. Did I get food at Indy? I even had like chicken strips at Indy, and I was like,
yeah.
I want to have a Martinsville hot dog one day. I bet that's good. When I'm at home, I'll like drink tea. I'll snack on like the sweet spicy chili Doritos. I don't know. I don't really make like a meal. This is like the Daytona 500, like maybe snack foods like pizza rolls or something.
I just make like my favorite foods. Like I just make a bigger meal, and then I'll enjoy like the stage 1, eat my meal.
For the night races, popcorn.
Yes.
Popcorn for the night races is a vibe. I love that.
It's like a necessity.
It's a vibe.
Like if it gets like a rain delay, like I forget which race it was, maybe this year or last year, it was a rain delay, like, oh my gosh, Zach, I'm going to make popcorn. We're going to have a whole vibe. It was great.
Yeah. What's up with the vibes?
I love night races.
Yeah. Love a night race. Oh, we only have 2 questions left?
I think so.
Oh, we just started. Dylan McCollum asks, your predicted flop and slay race team for NASCAR in 2025. Ooh. You think Legacy Motors Club's still going to suck?
Yeah. They've rebranded, by the way. Not rebranded, but they changed their logo a bit, and they changed their number fonts. So it's giving Stuart Haas Racing pre-24, which that team does not exist anymore. So that's a little concerning. Not a good start.
Trackhouse and RFK, I never know what they're gonna do, because they could
be both.
They're very swingy. Like Ross Chastain keeps having these like decent, okay seasons, but it's not really enough to be back in the championship or even in contention for it. So I don't really know. If I had to give one team that I think is gonna slay in 2025, I feel like Hendrick's getting a little bit on the up and up again.
It's hard to say Penske won't slay again.
Are
they going to go for 4 in a row? Like they could.
I said Spire, so Spire will slay. I think Spire will win races compared to what they're normally doing. Spire, I think Spire's.
I think they'll get a car or two in the playoffs.
I think
it'll be McDowell and Haley.
Yeah.
They do.
Hocevar?
Hocevar could. I think Hocevar might be close.
I think Hocevar could win a race.
I don't know if all three will get in there is my thing.
No,
if I'm going to leave one out, it's going to be Hocevar.
Well, we'll still see big names miss the play. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be from now on because of the next gen era. In terms of a flop, I mean, again, Legacy. You have Legacy. You have what's JGR going to do this year?
They chase Briscoe. That's interesting.
Front Row Motorsports in 2311. How much is this legal stuff going to like impact the competitive side? Because it's a distraction. I don't care what you say. It is a distraction.
Like a month ago, Reddick and Bubba had the opportunity to go to another team if they wanted to and talk to other teams. They didn't take it. I think it got to right to the day, and that's when the court case came down, where they could stay and everything.
And Front Row, I'm concerned about. They're gonna have Noah Gregson, Zane Smith, and Todd Gilliland. That's just and they're 3 cars now. I am a little bit concerned for them. I think they could have a really quiet season and quiet not in a good way. So I'm a little concerned for Front Row. So Slade Spire, flop to Front Row.
My flop is definitely Legacy. I don't think that team's going to get any better. Slay, I'm sticking with Penske. I don't know if they'll get 4 in a row, but they have a really good shot at it.
Yeah. Maybe win some big races this year too.
Yeah.
As they
maybe Blaney will form an odd year tradition for him.
Yeah. And then this is our last question. There was another question I thought we had.
I think this is it.
Wasn't there another question about like your favorite series or the series you're most excited for?
Well, we can answer that after this one.
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess that's the AI generated question. I don't know. Anyways, name can't be blank or at
Pio's
Prive. Top 5 Harrison Burton moments.
Are there 5 Harrison Burton moments?
Yeah.
So Daytona, Harrison Burton turns left.
Harrison Burton turns off at Texas.
When he
fought Noah Gregson. Yes. And then he allegedly lost, but he didn't lose the fight.
Brett 3.
When he named his dog Remy.
Oh, yeah, your dog's name is Remy
because my dog's name is Remy
that's
too.
4.
And then when I met him.
Oh, when I met him too.
You met him too. Oh, you did meet him too. Yeah, when I met
5.
him. Those are 5. Yep.
Those
are 5.
And then series we're most excited for.
Series, yeah. I guess I swear someone asked that question, but it disappeared.
If that was yours, sorry.
I don't know. Alex told me it. Maybe he made it up. I don't know. But I have trouble being excited for NASCAR this year because I think the ending to last year was a little meh. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. And then IndyCar just had a rough season last year.
They had a good ending.
That's true.
That season was not good.
It's just hard to be excited for them with all their little drama, but like getting a new car.
IndyCar this season kind of has a lot of
baggage.
It's a lot of stress relies on this season because if Fox bombs, I'm very concerned about the future. There's a lot of nerves and anxiety with IndyCar right now. Yeah. NASCAR, it's like, can the racing get better? F1, I don't care. I think I say this every year. I want to get more into IMSA.
I think this is the year to get more into IMSA.
IMSA's on the rise. We're in Porsche Penske Motorsport. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited for the Rolex 24. I'm more excited for Rolex than Daytona right now. Daytona 500.
Sports car racing, and our good friend Avery H can like kind of back this up. Like sports car racing is on the rise, like in terms of like the homologation between what's it called, like LMD and LMDH, or LMH and LMDH, and having both the prototype classes being able to run Le Mans and Daytona, and then going away from the GTE class and having GT3 cars at these big events like Le Mans. It seems sports car racing is on a rise. The car counts are high. IMSA's not messing around with LMP3s in the big races anymore, which is great.
Yeah.
Like it seems like a really good form of racing, and it's still kind of niche. I hear going to IMSA races is a really good experience.
And affordable.
Which is why
that's why we're gonna go.
It's why I kind of want to go to VIR.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to, but yeah, like I think IMSA's kind of I want to actually give it the time and day, because again, I don't really watch Formula One anymore. I should use that extra time and try to pay attention to IMSA more and at least watch every WeatherTech race. The supporting series are pretty cool too. The Michelin Pilot Challenge. They have a Mustang series that I should probably watch because I love Mustangs.
Isn't the Mazda MX-5 Cup
I think that's technically
series?
a support series. They have bangers at Daytona. They have bangers. And then also iRacing helps me get into sports cars because you get to race all those things in iRacing, and it's insanely fun. So
yeah, IMSA.
And the cars are cool because they're like road cars. Like they're close to road cars. So it's just it's good vibes. It's good. It's something fresh. And I think maybe it's just because I'm not like into it, but it just feels like they don't have a lot of baggage. Like NASCAR has baggage, IndyCar has baggage, even Formula One has baggage.
Yeah.
Like
I did remember where the other messages were at.
Where were they?
They're on Instagram.
Instagram. Is that where that was from?
Yep. That's from Cole on Instagram. Hi, Cole.
Okay.
We're going to answer your other questions too right now.
Yeah, there was another one I just remembered.
Which races are we attending in 2025?
Well, we're going to the Indy 500.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to NASCAR at Richmond. I think I am. I think I'm taking my sister and my brother-in-law to see, because my brother-in-law has never been to a NASCAR race.
Oh, fun.
I thought about taking him to the truck race at Richmond.
Yeah.
Because that would be fun.
Yeah.
They're going to wreck. It's going to be great. Cup race at Richmond, it's kind of long. It's kind of boring. Boring to the casual fan. Yeah. I like it. It's on a Saturday night this year, the Cup race, so I might be able to go to the Cup race this year. I couldn't go to the August race last year because I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, might go to NASCAR at Richmond. Might go to VIR for IMSA. Probably not. I'm kind of a homebody. I don't like going to. I kind of hate going to races. Ironically, is that like? Does anyone else love racing and love motorsports, but you hate going to the track? Because that's kind of me sometimes.
It's a lot of work. Like Indy. Like we were up at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Now that's the Indy 500, but still, like,
right.
Traveling and parking and traffic and just like money for food and walking around. And if it's the summer, the heat, and then like depending on the track you're at, like Richmond's nice because I can see everything, but like going to a road course probably kind of sounds awful to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I kind of just hate going to races. Like, especially when there's like 3 of them on at once, like NASCAR, IndyCar, and IMSA all on at once.
And you have to like be on your phone to follow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I love sitting in my office at home, and I have 3 screens. I have my laptop, I have my monitor, I have my big TV, and I can watch 3 races at once. Go to the bathroom when I want. It's a great time. So I kind of hate going to races.
That's why Zach hates racing.
I hate racing. Do I actually like racing? I don't know.
You talk a lot of trash about it on the pod.
I hate NASCAR. I hate IndyCar. Maybe I just hate racing.
Next question from Cole and last question from Cole is, does Pato Award win the Indy 500 this year? He's been close to last 2.
Do pigs fly?
Well, we're going. And every time I'm in Independence, Joseph's won. So
Pato's not winning. Not this year. I don't think that's a curse that's going to break anytime soon.
I think it'd be a cool storyline if he doesn't win for a while. And then it's just like when he finally wins it, it's going to be that much more special.
Pato's probably like, it's not been a while already. All these times he's got close. I mean, all right. Listen, he'll be on the hunt, but I just don't think this is the year.
We need Zachy Mac for this next question and our last question.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. So I did forget these. My bad, guys. So do racetracks get potholes the way public roads do? And if not, why not? This is from Mike on Instagram. That's our last question.
I love this question because I think I know the answer. If anyone else is smarter or as smart as me, let me know if I'm correct. I think the reason racetracks don't get potholes and stuff a lot, like while the asphalt lasts a lot longer, is because, think about it, they're not used as much. Like Alex lives in a city, and I'm looking out right now, and this road constantly has cars on it all day, every day of the year. Where if you think of a racetrack, they probably, even a busy racetrack, probably only has races maybe on the weekends, and it's probably only during the summer months, right? The warmer months. Yeah. So that's only like that's like a fraction of the time, a small fraction of the time that public roads have cars on them.
Yeah.
And obviously race cars are going faster speeds. That's probably putting more force into the asphalt. Still though, I think I'm thinking the difference is just the amount of cars. Because think about traffic too. Like there's just so many cars in the city. The amount of cars, even at slower speeds, that are on public roads. I think that's why public roads seem to wear more. So that's my opinion.
And that's Zachy Mac, aka Larry Mac.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do y'all want to know about what are those things
Oh,
that IndyCar did?
Jesus.
The super capacitors.
We do not want to hear about that. Thank you all for your questions.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna wrap it up, right, Zach?
Yeah, so when are y'all gonna see us again for the Rolex? We're gonna have an episode on the Rolex. I don't know if it will be before or after.
Yeah, I don't know. If we're in the mood, we might do something.
Wasn't the
before.
Clash like the week after at Bowman Gray or something? So
oh man, are we gonna be like in once Rolex starts? Rest of the year? Dang. That's coming up.
You'll see us. Maybe it'll be after the Rolex.
Zach's getting excited. He's like, oh, we gotta work.
We gotta work. We gotta go back to work. I believe our Patreon people are going to see this first.
Yep.
So this is going to be up on Patreon for a little bit.
And thank you to everyone who stayed a Patreon sub in the off season. I'm shocked that many people did. So thank you.
I know. We're going to try to focus. We're going to be more organized with our content in 2025.
We didn't do a lot this off season. We wanted a little break.
Kind of needed a break.
Yeah. But we want to do more things, or like kind of plan more stuff out rather than just doing things just to do it.
Yeah.
We have an idea.
And we got new webcams.
Yeah.
This is a new webcam.
Webcam should be better quality.
Yeah.
I have more stuff in my background.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. So thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Make sure you follow us at Gay Racing Pod wherever you can find us. And we will see you guys to talk about the Rolex 24 at Daytona and the beginning of the NASCAR season. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.